Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is our City of Heroes Let's Play on the private servers. We're on the Everlasting server once again with Silver Phoenix, our level 21 natural super reflexes martial arts scrapper. And we have 166,000 experience with 24,000 to go to get to level 22 when we will be buying our first set of either invention or single origin enhancements, and we already have 1.4 million influence, so we will have absolutely no trouble in getting all of our powers enhanced. So we last finished a story arc for Mercedes Sheldon, and she's actually given me another one without even attempting to start it. I think when I turned it in, this started another one. We also have story arcs that are available from Dr. Lila, and we have Piper Irving right here who can give us a story arc, but we also have tips. We've been given 3 tips, and by doing tips we can either become heroic or vigilante. And we're going to be heroic, of course. I don't know how these work, so we're going to start with the Dragon Embossed Journal, which is the first one I got, I believe. And this is an alignment mission, so we're going to investigate this mission. And the Dragon Embossed Journal says you find a large journal with various images of dragons decorating the front of it. Curious, you open the book and read through it. The last entry, of course, is the most interesting. Tonight I will follow my suspicions about Cray Industries and their recent interest in the magical arts. Due to some shield they have in place, I'll need to embed myself within their lab in order to astrally travel undetected. Loath as I am to do it, I must use the forbidden artifacts to empower my journey. I pray this is not a trap, but I must know what they are doing. I suspect they have hired the Sky Raiders to guard it, meaning I should be able to get by them easily. I do not believe they have a keen understanding of magic. Sky Dragon. Sky Dragon hasn't been seen in the city for days, and from what you've heard, many of the superheroes in the city are becoming concerned. Written on a note On the note is the address of the location that he may have been investigating. If something happened to his artifacts, he may be in serious danger at the very moment. However, further investigating Cray's interest in magical items might be more important than saving Sky Dragon after all. He was only investigating one of the many Cray labs. Someone needs to see to the others. So, do we want to rescue Sky Dragon or abandon him and pursue the Cray? Well, we're going to rescue Sky Dragon. He sounds like a martial arts type person. So, Sky Dragon has helped protect the city, the people of Paragon City, for quite some time. A bit of a lone wolf, he will go off on his own at times without accepting the help of other superheroes. In the past, this has caused problems when his artifacts are taken from him and used by Silent Blade. However, he kept them hidden away ever since, so they don't fall into the wrong hands ever again. With this disturbing disappearance of late, it seems he may be in great danger. If the amulet, ring, and gauntlet have been taken from him, it may have trapped him in a world between worlds. It's up to you to help this defender of justice and free him from the trap. Go save Sky Dragon. We will help save him from his horrible fate. So if we do this, then I will get a hero point, I guess. So rescue Sky Dragon. This is in Talos Island and is about half a mile away. So our toggles are on, so we're ready to go. We don't have any inspirations, but I think that'll probably be okay. This is a +0 mission. We should be alright. We'd be more alright at level 22. One thing I need to do is make sure XP gain is off for this mission, because I don't want to gain too much. So we're alternating. I believe we gained experience on the last mission, so we will not be gaining it on this mission. So we're going to the warehouse district here in Talos Island. It's funny, with the map zoomed out, it looks like a small area, but Talos is actually quite big. It's much bigger than Atlas Park. Even the island, and then the rest of the zone with all the water is quite large as well. Alright, we're switching to combat jumping. And so we have this warehouse here. And we're going to see if we can help Skydragon. I have no idea what this mission is going to be about because I've never done a tip mission. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. It looks like we're in a lab. My worst fears have been realized. It sounds as if there is a search for Skydragon in full effect. Find these artifacts quickly. So we need to find the amulet, we need to find the ring, and we need to find the gauntlet. Meanwhile, we're probably going to be fighting Cray, which is a very early stage. Normally, you do not fight... Oh, Sky Raiders, okay. So we fought them before. We want to see what they've got here. The Engineer is our target. The Engineer is a pain in the neck. He will try to create a shield if we don't nail him. So we'll nail him first and hope there aren't more than one Engineer in the spawn. Because if there are two, a shield's coming out. And those can be quite frustrating and annoying because they give a huge buff to everybody. Alright, that wasn't too bad. We got an enhancement and some salvage. We're at 130 salvage. I'm going to have to start selling some of this salvage. So who's talking here? An Assault Raider. Assault Raider, Inferno Raider. Two Inferno and Assault. Okay. Not too bad. Oh, darn, I aggroed the guys above with my combat jump. And that means the stupid... Okay, I'm gonna die here. If I don't get out of here. Yeah, I aggroed the stupid, the Engineer that does the shields. And I don't have a heal. We should be able to nail this guy. Okay, now we've got a heal. So if we have to use it, we can. But I think we're alright. We can take a rest. I hate running as a scrapper, but you gotta do what you gotta do. We don't want to die. We're at 21st level, and we've never been to the hospital in a solo mission, although I have done it. I have died a couple times in team missions against +4s when my teammates insisted on fighting +4 mobs. There's the Engineer, and there's the stupid force field generator, which is really annoying. Let's see if we can pull them away from it. So the goal is to try to get them to move so far ahead of it that it takes too long to follow them. But here it comes. Just great. Alright, let's see if we can get it. Oh, this is such a pain. Yeah, you can't hit it. Even with Focus Chi, I couldn't hit it. Got it. Okay. And the Raider Engineer, we need to get him. So he doesn't generate another one. Alright. Now, can we recover from our screw-ups? So this is another Engineer. I'm lucky he didn't do a second force field generator. These guys are tough. Especially at this level, because usually you get them in the mid to late 20s. Alright. That took care of that. Wow, we got 3 dual origin enhancements from them. That's quite nice. Yeah, so it's hard when you have no inspirations, especially at this level. In the higher levels, which you'll see by the time I'm like 26th, 27th level, 28th level, I'm not going to be using many inspirations at all, probably. But yeah, as I ran in, I knew I was kind of screwing up by not doing a pull. And I just got into some scrapper lock. So where's the Engineer is the question. There's gotta be one. There always is. not. I'd like to get white cons on this just to see if they have any smashing resistance. I was speaking to someone in my supergroup on the Discord, and the supergroup's Discord, and we were talking about the different character types like Trick Arrow and stuff, and I said I played Trick Arrow and I played this and I played that, and they were talking about, you know, gimped sets. A gimped set is one that's like weak, and so this is elevators, but we don't need that yet. So I said something like, I was talking about how I played martial arts super reflexes and I played this and I played that, and I said but then again I tend to play gimped sets, right? And so somebody said martial arts is gimped, and I was like, yeah, it was considered gimped for years. I don't know if it still is, but one of the reasons, if you look at the info on this, that most martial arts attacks have where is the accuracy? Well, okay, let's look in enhancements. The base accuracy of most martial arts attacks is 1.05 rather than 1, which is the base accuracy of almost everybody else's. And the reason for that is that people were complaining that martial arts was too weak. Well, why? So there are a couple of reasons. The first one is that smashing damage, which is the type of damage that martial arts does, is the most common resistance in the game for the enemies to have. Right? So more enemies will resist, more types of enemies will resist your attacks than any other type of attack. So a spine scrapper, a broadsword scrapper, you know, guys who are doing lethal, that's the second most resisted type. And things like fire and energy are the least resistant type, usually. And so most enemies cannot do, frequently most enemies will resist smashing if they resist anything. So let's take a look. So this is doing 65 damage to this engineer, right? And Thunder Kick, well, let's see, Storm Kick did 50 to the Assault Raider. So we're doing 65 with our big attacks, right? So the damage on this is 65, so that's right. And the damage on this is 40, so that's correct. Okay, so they're not resistant. So I said one of the reasons that martial arts is considered a gimp set is because it is resisted by the largest number of enemies compared to any other type of attack. And then the other problem is that the effects, the secondary effects beyond damage, like stunning and stuff, are the least synergistic with any secondary and with each other. So for example, there are sets like Dark Melee, which do minus accuracy debuffs to the enemy that synergize really well with super reflexes, because super reflexes makes you dodge better and dark energy makes them hit worse. And when you stack those together, you basically can floor the enemy really easily. Martial arts can't do that. So it doesn't synergize with resistances, it doesn't synergize with defense, it doesn't synergize with healing of regeneration, none of that. The second problem is that most of these attacks have different effects. This one, Thunder Kick, and this one, Cobra Strike, do disorient, so they can stack. But Crane Kick does knockback, Dragon's Tail does knockdown, Crippling Axe Kick, which I don't have and I hate as an attack, does a slow, like an immobilize. So all the attacks do something different, so you can't stack them. As opposed to, say, Dark Melee, where all of the attacks are doing minus accuracy, for example, and each one stacks with the one before it. So if you hit, you do minus act, right? Which then stacks with plus defense, and you've really floored the guy. That doesn't work here, right? Now, the advantage to martial arts that nobody talks about is that because it has different effects, you can sometimes take out like if there's an enemy that resists the darkness effect, dark is screwed, right? An enemy that resists minus accuracy, you can't do anything to it. But if an enemy resists disorient, I can still do knockback. And we've seen that with bosses, right? Where I try the disorient effect, the boss doesn't take the damage, right? But when I do the knockback, he gets knocked down or knocked back, which does a soft control. So the advantage of having the different types is most enemies don't resist all the different types. Additionally, martial arts is very fast, so it plays very quickly. It puts out a lot of damage. It's just putting out damage of a type that's most resisted. Now, that doesn't mean that the set is really bad to play, but it's used to be considered gimped, and so as I was talking to this person, I don't know if she plays a martial arts scrapper and was upset because I was telling her she was gimped. Like, look, I'm playing it too, you know, but it's just that typically it's considered a gimped set. Much like Super Strength was considered gimped in live play, at least the first few years, because again, it does smashing damage for tankers, and tankers already don't do enough damage, and then on top of it, their damage you're doing is the most resisted type. I'm trying to see if there's an engineer here. There's the engineer. Okay, so we always want to get the engineer first so that he doesn't put up that shield. I played an Invuln Super Strength tanker to level 19, and I respec'd her to... I just deleted her and made up the same character as an invulnerability fire tanker because I got so sick and tired of every single minion in the game resisting my very low level of damage. Turned into a fire tanker, and I just plowed through everything because almost nothing resists fire, and some things, like Bajilok, take extra damage from fire. Alright, so we found one of the artifacts. Did we get a clue? No. We found one of the artifacts. We've got 2 more to find. We've now collected a pretty good tray of inspiration so that we shouldn't have any more trouble the way I did when I first walked in the door, and we especially won't have trouble if I'm not stupid enough to over aggro multiple yellow spawns. So, okay. Here we go. I love this lab map. It's really cool. Assault Raider, Assault Raider, Assault Raider. So it doesn't look like we have an engineer here. What is this? Not just hold her in chat. We're not going to take her unless she changes it. I don't know what that means. That might be a Miss Chan. Meant to be send somebody a tell. I'm gonna ask. What? Let's see what she says. Yeah, so there's been a little bit of a controversy in the super group that I'm on, the United. And we can look in super and see if we sort by origin. These are the origins, right? So, I don't know. This looks fine to me. What they were saying is that, I guess they were getting too many science and tech, and, they were getting too many science and tech characters, and so they basically put a moratorium on any science and tech origin for further applications. Now, you know, you can see the size of the supergroup. Maybe they're starting to think, okay, we're kind of capped out. Don't know how many there are. There doesn't seem to be any easy way to get a count. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any easy way to get a count of how many of us there are. So, you know, I don't know what the whole story is, but the complaint they have is that we have too many Iron Man-like armored characters, and so they want to put a halt to that because they don't want everybody on the team to be Iron Man or someone like him, which makes sense. But their way of handling it is to disallow certain future, you know, not existing characters, but any future characters from having certain origins, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me because not all science and tech origins are Iron Man. Most of that's tech. I guess a few people did science, but why don't you say no more powered armor suits rather than no more science and tech? So I'm not sure what's going on with that. There's been a bit of a controversy. One person came in, grumbled about it on the channel, and then just quit, just left. And, oh great, 2 engineers. That is going to suck. I can't hit them both. Alright, here we go. Okay, I got them both. Whoops, this guy. Come on, take him out. And then this guy. Take him out. There we go. That's what I want, is no force fields. Because they're just horrible to deal with. So yeah, I don't know what the whole story is. Seems to me they should be focusing more on the concept and saying, okay, there are certain concepts that have been overused, rather than the origin, because the origin is so utterly irrelevant in City of Heroes. I mean, my character could be considered, right, she's natural, right? But you could easily consider her to be magic or mutation or something. I mean, depending on how you want to interpret it. So, I don't know. I'm not sure what the story is, and I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with it. They've talked about they're going to have, I guess, a council meeting and discuss it, which I'm glad they're doing, because it seems like it needs to be discussed. But they've had several people, I guess, get annoyed, and my guess is what she's saying is, we're not going to take her unless she changes it. I guess that would be the origin. I thought somebody on the Discord was talking about being kind of an engineer and making gadgets, which sounds technological to me, but doesn't necessarily sound like Iron Man, right? And so, yeah, I don't know. I suspect they're going to have to make some changes, and this is going to be tough because there's two of them, and I don't know which one is going to. That one is going to put it, and I'm going to get stuck with that. Okay, I got him. The thing is, if you can hit them while they're trying to generate the shield generator, while they're trying to summon it, it will cancel, right? Just like you trying to do something like rest, if you get hit, it cancels. Them doing something like generating the force field generator will cancel. Yeah, so back to the supergroup, I don't know. I'm not in position of leadership or anything in the group, so I really have nothing to say. My opinion was not asked, and I can render it here because this is my own video, but I would not render it on the chat channel or in the Discord because I'm not in the leadership. Okay, why did that kick take so long? It's weird. I feel like that crane kick took a really long time to execute for some reason. Notice how we're hardly using Brawl at all. I don't know if I've used it at all this mission. Things are recharging fast enough now with quickness that we're doing okay. Farfetch'd is level 23. Okay. I love that name, by the way, Farfetch'd. I've told the player that. It's a really cool name. I just like clever plays on words for names, and I think Farfetch'd is just really clever. I like it. Okay, so I think we've got the three. So now we have to find Sky Dragon. I hear somebody talking. I think we're gonna have to go up. None of them are engineers. Let's see if we can do a pull. We don't need to pull, let's just attack. I'm a scrapper, let's just do scrapper lock. Yeah, we're just gonna kick some butt. That's what scrappers do, that's what we're all about. Kicking butt, taking names. And missing a lot apparently. 3 misses in a row, what the heck? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that's a little bit of supergroup drama. It's inevitable and frankly surprising to me that it's taken this long for there to be drama, because in my experience, all guilds, all supergroups have drama, and I was too late. Oh no, I got him just in time. All guilds, all supergroups have drama. It's inevitable, it's just the nature of the beast. And in my experience, roleplay groups tend to have, in many instances, more than your typical amount of drama. Oh, that was another engineer too. Roleplay groups often had more than their fair share of drama. And my belief has always been it's because roleplayers, are dramatic, by their nature, right? We like creating dramatic scenes for fun, fictional scenes. But I think it may be that some of the people tend to be a little bit melodramatic just about gameplay, which is unfortunate when it happens, but I think it's just going to happen sometimes. So there's a little bit of guild drama, and I've now talked your ear off about it, so we won't say any more. Meanwhile, we are looking for Sky Dragon. I don't see him here, but I heard voices, right? We saw their word balloons. Oh, the United is talking. So, Farfetched on comm. Hello, Farfetched. You're listening? Radio Ice. Congratulations, you are our 7th caller. I love that. Nice to meet you over the comms for the first time. I'm Moonbeam. Care to join us for an investigation of the council? It's more fun than Moonbeam is making it sound. You get to punch fascists. Indeed, as long as you can take their shells away. Alright, well, I'll say I can group up for a while. And there is Sky Dragon. Well, that is interesting. So let's take a look. If I can zoom in with this awful mouse wheel. Green, huh? Cool outfit. I like the cape. Sky Dragon's captor. Inferno Raider. Okay, I don't know if we're going to be able to pull, but let's try it. And I'm going to practice Brawler here. Let's do the corner pull. Okay, we got this guy, no problem. They don't resist my blows, so they're going to just get smacked. And there's the captor. Now, hopefully, Sky Dragon will be freed once I defeat this guy, and he's only a lieutenant, so he's no problem. If I can hit him. So let's see. Okay, I'm gonna say I'll join. Yeah, let's see. I am just finishing up a mission. Alright, so he's still down there, so I guess I gotta beat these two guys up. Oh, I rescued him. That's a little awkward. So I earned a badge. And another badge. And gosh, it breaks down. Okay, so badges. Ear to the street. You completed an alignment mission. Earning yourself ear to the street and walking the path. You strove for what you believe in and against all odds came out on top. You've earned the walking the path badge for your first alignment mission. So if we go into tips, we're now +1 on the hero side. 1 hero alignment. And I will exit. Oh, wait. There's Sky Raiders back here. Hang on, let's beat them up. Always want to beat up the enemies. They're all Infernos. Okay, so we'll just... This won't take long. I wouldn't run through like the whole level or something, because people want to join up with me, but since this is only going to take like 2 minutes... Oh, I got another tip. Cool. I like these. These are interesting. And now we can exit. 2. Talos 2. Alright, so let me see if I can figure out who wanted to group up. And so, okay, who need to group up now? Alright. I am going to cut the video here, and I'll be back. I will not do it with the group mission. I will not record the group mission if it's more than 3 or 4 people, because it's just too much to record while I'm concentrating. If it's only 2 or 3, I will record it. If it's not my mission, I'm not getting experience, so it'll just be influence. So you won't be missing anything because we won't be missing my missions or any experience that I've gained. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm Scrapperlock, and I'll see you next time.